بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء وإمام المرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Inshallah ta'ala, we continue this short khawatir, preparation for Ramadan. And last khatira we covered some of the items that break the fast. Alhamdulillah, we have covered so many elements regarding the spirituality of Ramadan, the essence of Ramadan. And inshallah ta'ala, we started also covering some of the fiqhi aspects of Ramadan. And if you remember, we covered that some of the items that are known and some of the items that actually are not known and actually that break the fast. And alhamdulillah, we covered that food and drink and all what is in the meaning of food and drink break the fast. Intercourse or intimacy breaks the fast. Ejaculation breaks the fast. The niyyah to break the fast breaks the fast, and we mentioned several examples of how a person, for legitimate reasons, sometimes you could have a niyyah to break the fast. So and you don't know that these days has to be made up. So if you did not attend this, you can review the recordings. We continue inshallah ta'ala the things that breaks the fast. One of them is deliberate vomiting. And Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, من غلبه القيء فلا جناح عليه ومن تعمد القيء فعليه بالقضاء. Whoever is overwhelmed with vomiting, he has no haraj. You don't have to do anything inshallah ta'ala. But if you, for whatever reason, if you made yourself vomit, then you have to make up the day. And if you made yourself vomit for a legitimate reason, for a sickness to feel better, then you are not sinful, but you have to make up the day. But if you made yourself vomit for no reason, then you are sinful. You broke the sanctity of Ramadan for no reason. But vomiting deliberately breaks the fast. The next item that I think it is obvious, but surprisingly every Ramadan I get so many questions. Smoking breaks the fast. Every Ramadan. And guess what? So many people argue why smoking breaks the fast. So let's make it clear, brothers and sisters, smoking breaks the fast, and I don't know of any school of fiqh that says otherwise. The other thing that breaks the fast is the blood or the menstruation or the monthly cycle, and also post-delivery bleeding also breaks the fast. And I think these are known very well. The things that should be known or noticed is even if the blood starts few minutes before Maghrib, it breaks the fast. Suppose sister is fasting almost until 7 p.m. and at 7:10 or 7:10 or 7:08, like 2, 5, 6, 10 minutes before Maghrib, starts spotting, bleeding. I know how difficult it is for the sisters, but you are rewarded for the day that you have fasted, but you have to make up the day later on. Even if it is 1 minute before Adhan, you have to make up the day later on. And that teaches us something. Then sisters, when they are expecting the hayd to start, they need to check frequently that day. They need to, every now and then, they need to check if the bleeding started. Once the bleeding started, then they make up the day, even if it is few minutes before Maghrib. The other thing that breaks the fast is what we call it al-ibar al-mughaddiya. The injections, if you remember, we discussed and we said injections are of two categories. There is ibar mughaddiya that nourish the person, gives you energy and replaces food and drink. And there are injections that are not mughaddiya, doesn't nourish, doesn't replace food, like numbing injection, vaccination for COVID or flu or otherwise. These type of injections don't break the fast. The only injection that breaks the fast is the one that replaces food and drink. So if you don't know, simply you can ask a doctor, if I'm taking injection, does this injection nourish and replaces food and drink? If the doctor said yes, then it does break the fast. Then you are not allowed to take it unless you have to during fasting day. But if it does not break, then there is no haraj inshallah ta'ala in breaking the fast. So these are the primarily items that do break the fast. Inshallah ta'ala, for the remaining time, we'd like to go over some items that don't break the fast, but there is some misconception around them. And some people think that they do break the fast. The first one is asthma inhaler. You know, people who are sick with asthma and they need to take this inhaler, that does not break the fast. You need to know that al-ulama have differed on this issue, but the opinion that Adinullah subhanahu wa ta'ala bihi, and this is the opinion of al-Majami' al-Fiqhiyya councils of fiqh, most of them believe that it does not break the fast. However, you need to understand that there are some scholars who do believe it does break the fast. The reason why, they said because there are sometimes drops of water when you do it, like this bukhar can be turned to drops of water. However, the vast majority of ulama believe it does not break the fast. So the point is, if you are fasting and you have to take it, inshallah ta'ala, you don't have to make up the day later on. However, if the fast worsen your situation, so you are taking it more often during the day, then probably you shouldn't fast. If your situation is getting worse because of the fast, maybe you don't have to fast. So you need to check with your doctor. The other thing that does not break the fast, and we just spoke about it, is non-mughaddi injections. The injections that does not nourish, right? The types of injection that does not replace food and drink, it does not break the fast. We said they are like numbing injections, vaccinations, most of them don't break the fast. The other thing that does not break the fast is ear drops, eye drops, and nose drops. Also does not break the fast according to the vast majority of the councils of fiqh in our time and age. However, you find some individual scholars who, therefore, to be the safe side, they said it does break the fast. But I think you will be okay, inshallah ta'ala, if you have to take them. The issues that are sort of a gray area, don't take them unless you have to. For example, if you can take the ear drops or eye drops after the Maghrib, then this is the safe approach. But if you have to, then inshallah ta'ala, it does not break the fast. Dental work in general does not break the fast. Even if you are bleeding, as long as you are spitting this fluid, whatever comes to your mouth. And if you have ever been in dentist, they put something within your mouth that sucks out every fluid that you have in your mouth. So inshallah ta'ala, you will be fine. So try to avoid it. Like the Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, وَبَالِغْ فِي الْإِسْتِنْشَاقِ إِلَّا أَن تَكُونَ صَائِمًا. Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, when you are fasting, Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, it is good to exaggerate actually to clean your mouth and nose when you are making wudu, unless if you are fasting. Why Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam said unless you are fasting? If you are fasting, you would like to be in the safe side. So same thing for all these matters and items. If you have to, then you are okay. But if you don't have to, try to avoid them. Brushing teeth also does not break the fast. And toothpaste does not break the fast. Some people say, but it does have flavor. Well, siwak also has flavor. And Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to do siwak while fasting. So it does not break the fast. However, if you avoid it during the fasting day, it is better. You do it after sahur, before fajr, that will be much better. But if you do it while you are fasting, it does not break the fast as long as you take sort of extra cautious to spit it and don't swallow it. The other thing that does not break the fast is eating and drinking out of forgetfulness. بالخطأ الأكل والشرب خطأ وسهوا لا يبطل الصيام. النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم said, من أكل أو شرب ناسيا في نهار رمضان فإنما أطعمه الله وسقاه. Whoever eats or drinks during the fasting day, indeed Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has fed and provided drinks for such a person. So you don't have to do anything according to Shafi'i, Hanafi and Hanbali school. However, according to Maliki school, you are not sinful, but you have to make up the day later on. Both of them, they are learning from the same hadith. So Imam Malik rahimahullah looked at this hadith and he said, and Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam is talking about the sin. So he is sort of teaching us that if you eat or drink out of forgetfulness, you are not sinful. But he did not say you don't make up the day. So this is the logic of Imam Malik. However, the vast majority of ulama, which is the stronger opinion inshallah ta'ala, is that you don't have to make up the day later on. If you eat or drink out of forgetfulness, then you don't have to make up the day later on. However, if you see somebody eating or drinking out of forgetfulness, then you have to remind them. Don't assume, oh, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is feeding them, let them enjoy it. No. So you are mukallaf and you are seeing them, because somebody who is out of forgetfulness, he's not mukallaf at that time. He's not responsible. He's not accounted by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But you are accounted. Your mind is there. So you need to remind them to stop eating and drinking. It happens to my family members so many times. Sometimes they eat or drink out of forgetfulness. I remind them, say, why did you remind me? It's just Allah who's feeding me. Why did you remind me? No, it doesn't work like this. So if I see you, I have to remind you. So the other item that does not break the fast is foreplay with your spouse, or kissing your spouse does not break the fast. And Aisha, Sayyidatuna Aisha radiallahu anha said, كان النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم يقبل وهو صائم. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam used to kiss me while he was fasting. But she said radiallahu anha, ولكنه كان أحفظكم لإربه. However, he used to be very in charge of his desires. So he knows where to stop, sallallahu alayhi wasallam. So this is the key. If you know your limits, if you know how to control your desires, if you know that you are not going to to reach the haram point, then it's okay to kiss and foreplay while you are fasting. But the safe side is not to do while you are fasting, especially if you are recently married. Don't do it. And actually this is in the books of fiqh, not from me. The other thing that does not break the fast, and there is a misconception about it, is if you wake up with wet dream, it does not break the fast. If you are sleeping after Fajr and you woke up and you see something in your underwear, that does not break the fast. That does not break the fast. All what you need to do is to take shower, inshallah ta'ala. Also, if you are in state of janaba before Fajr, for example, wet dream before Fajr, or intercourse with your spouse, intimacy before Fajr, and then Fajr time comes. So many people think that they have to take shower before the adhan. You don't have to. So reaching Fajr in state of janaba does not break the fast. All what we know, or what it is you cannot pray in this state. So you have to take the shower before you pray Fajr. However, if it's half an hour after Fajr and you are still in state of janaba, it does not break the fast. Same thing for sisters who are in state of haid, menstruation. So let's say 3 in the morning or Isha, or sometimes during the night, they get clear and clean. The blood stopped. They don't have to take the shower before Fajr in order to fast. Actually, even if they took the shower after Fajr, that's okay. So taking the shower, whether for the janaba or the haid, is not a condition for the fast. Is that clear? Inshallah ta'ala. The other thing that does not break the fast is vomiting out of force, or not deliberately. And lastly, inshallah ta'ala, we conclude with this: withdrawing blood during the fast does not break the fast. Withdrawing blood for whatever reason, blood work or donating blood during the fast, does not break the fast, according to the majority of ulama. Maliki school, Hanafi school, and Shafi'i school. Hanbali school, however, believe that taking or withdrawing blood during the fast does break the fast. This is why Al-Hijama, the hijama during the fast, it does break the fast. However, there is controversy about this hadith. Is authentic, is not authentic, abrogated, is not abrogated. However, the standard opinion with the majority of ulama, even in current councils of fiqh, that withdrawing blood during the fast does not break the fast. Inshallah ta'ala, if you need to have blood work during the fast, you are okay, inshallah ta'ala. There are so many other things regarding the fiqh, but inshallah ta'ala we'll conclude with this. Is there any question regarding what we mentioned, inshallah ta'ala? Yes. Injecting blood. Receiving blood. Yeah, but my question, if you are in state of receiving blood, what does that tell you? You are sick. If you are sick, should you fast? You are not sick, you are extremely sick, right? So you don't have to fast during this time. Yeah, you have to break the fast because you are in risk. What do you think, doctors?
If you are severely anemic, that means you are and requiring blood transfusion, that means you are really sick.
Yes, it does break the fast, but the point is, you don't have to ask this question. My point is, you have to break the fast. You need to survive. Inshallah ta'ala, we'll talk later on that there are situations where you must break the fast. One of them is if you are severely sick, you have to protect your life. Your life is amana, and you cannot risk your life. Another question, yes?
You mentioned about somebody who may be having, their cycles finishes or their bleeding finishes. What if they wake up after the adhan of Fajr and they're not sure if it finished before Fajr or after Fajr?
That's a good question. They cannot fast unless if they are 100% sure that it stopped before Fajr. However, they are obliged to check before Fajr if they are expecting this is the time when usually my blood. So the ulama said, your last day you should check frequently. So sisters, if they are expecting this is the time when the blood should stop, they must wake up before Fajr, unless if they miss it, they overslept or something like this. But they must wake up before Fajr to check, even if it is 5 minutes before Fajr. If it remains spotting, then even if it is stopped 5 minutes after Fajr, if it stopped like say 2 or 3 minutes after Fajr, they don't have to fast. They must be 100% sure that the blood stopped before Fajr in order for them to fast. Any other question? Yes. Say it again. What does it mean? Oh, no, it does not break the fast. But when do we do this? When we eat. So you have to do, and when we are fasting, we don't eat, right?
After suhoor, maybe.
So we have to do it before suhoor. We have to clean our mouth, be clear from food before Fajr. So because we cannot swallow. But I think this is smart question, by the way. You know why it is smart question? Imagine after Fajr the leftover of food in your mouth. You cannot swallow it. You have to spit it up. So it is smart question.